People hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, a little louder up there in the back? Okay. The first thing we're going to do is take a little bit of a romp through early 19th century history, and as that slide up there shows, the 19th century was an era of explosive growth of cities. So that slide looks at what's happening from 1830 to 1860, the early part of the 19th century. And you can see that New York City pretty much quadruples its population, going from 200,000 to 800,000. Boston nearly triples its population. The city of Brooklyn, which was then an independent city, it hadn't yet been demoted to its current status as one of the outer boroughs. I'm a native Brooklynite. Brooklyn grows by a factor of 17. And so you have this enormous growth in the early 19th century. If anything, it even accelerates in the later 19th century. And so one question is, where are all these people coming from? And they're coming from two different places. In part, they're coming from rural areas within the United States. This is the beginning of a shift that then accelerates, a shift from living in rural areas and small towns to moving to cities. And so that's part of the change. It's that shift from rural to urban. But in addition, this is also an era in which there is immigration. This is one of the earlier waves of immigration. This is the wave of immigration in which the immigrants were coming primarily from places like Germany, England, Ireland, and all of this will accelerate in the next part of the 20th century. But if you take a look at the bottom of the chart, you can see that at the beginning of this period, in 1830, less than 10% of the U.S. population is urban. By 1860, it's already more than doubled, and we're now galloping toward 20%. And of course, today, if you ask what's the comparable figure, it's over 80%. So there's still a lot of the story to be told, but this is a good starting place for that kind of demographic change. This is my colleague Russell Williams.